Guys doing? I'm here with Michael Christian. He's an actor and author as well. And just to show you a book. Whoa. And the back picture. Oh, they're right there. And our history actually goes back quite a ways. Remember, it was back...
I think it was 2014, 2015. I think I met you in 2012 or 2013, and then I think we did an interview at your studio in 2014 or 2015. I remember.
It was a live show. I used to stream out. Of course, it was recorded. We also put it on YouTube, all that. And then we met, I think, back at RealmsCon.
Yeah, I believe it was RealmsCon. Yeah, and that was my first. That was my first, I think, video interview with you. Yeah.
No, actually second. Yeah, second. Second. Hey, the third's coming up. Yeah.
Forget.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, my memory's kind of shot as well. So we're actually going to get you up to date with all the stuff you've done since RealmsCon.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's actually very interesting. And we're going to talk about...
we're in interesting times, they say.
Yeah, interesting times. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you even wore any masks during I think I've seen you were putting some stuff up on Facebook and stuff. I guess you did have some masks. You may not use for all the scenes, obviously, but so we're going to talk about a lot of the acting stuff you've been doing. Also with your also with your brother as well. And then I think the first one we mentioned that I think where's that movie available? I know it's Lowriders versus Zombies from Space.
Yeah.
Is it available? I think I don't remember if it's on Amazon or.
It's available on Amazon. Anywhere online, but I think Amazon's available. It's available online. I still haven't ordered it yet, but yeah, it is available online.
Okay. No, I'm talking about like. Amazon Prime where they actually stream it.
Oh, that I don't know. I have to ask
I've got to look as well. I could have swore I didn't get to watch all of it. I was I'm busy. I've got I think it was 3-year-old back then, but I think I did see some of it, or maybe it was the trailers. I'll have to see. I'm gonna have to revisit it again.
That was a fun experience.
Now I think with the guy who wanted to do his first independent film, and I'm trying to think. I don't know if he's his own film and or directing. Do you remember with the zombies? Lowriders versus zombies.
Yeah, David Mendes. Yeah, David Mendes. Yeah, that was the director's name for Lowriders versus Zombies from Space.
And okay, now
he entered in I think LA contest or something. We won.
Yeah.
We won those what's it called, a Laurel or
those
yeah, those
kind of
yeah, like the Caesars. We won one of those.
Won a Caesar.
Yeah, we won a Caesar. We won a
that's good
award there, so that was pretty good.
And so, what was the idea behind it? I think was it a meteorite-ish?
Yeah, meteorite. These people these kids go to a party and some meteorite or something. Let me check it out real quick. Lands and turns people into zombie. Yeah, they prepare to go to a dance that night, and during the dance, an alien substance is introduced and infects several people, turning them into alien zombies. That's what's happening.
Huh.
Yeah. And lowriders must survive the vicious attack of these alien zombies using their resources, the lowrider cars. That's pretty cool.
Now, what was your role in that exactly?
I played Cholo 1. That was my role. It was a small part, but it was fun. I come on in the beginning. So
yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, the beginning, and then I hate to say.
And the ending. I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, I come out in the beginning and the ending.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the ending. Somewhere in the ending.
There's some people like of course, it's always like the girl. You know how the girl like and then she falls down and and then she just crawling because she got like a sprained ankle and then she dies. But okay.
So that was a fun experience. I was shot in San Antonio, so that was fun.
Okay. And then I think you have done, and I'm trying to go back, the next one. Remember the one in the 1800s-ish?
Atanasia?
Yeah, that was the next one. I admit I haven't seen that one. It was I think it came out quite a few years ago, right?
Yeah, I was back in like 03, 2003, and I don't know what became of that movie. You know, a lot of production.
I thought it was pretty cool because
Yeah.
I like the surprise ending. It reminds me kind of Ray Bradbury-ish, Alfred Hitchcock type of thing, which I like those. I think they call them analogy, or science fiction-y type of thing. So, and it especially the ending, because a lot of times I'm a big movie and TV series buff, and a lot of times I can tell, the ending and what's going to happen. And that one I didn't know. I can think about what the ending was, so that's good. I mean, and then also I know you work with a couple with your brother,
Yeah.
and I guess you can tell us about that.
Yeah, my brother, he made his first directorial little short film last year, or still, earlier this year, Corona Kool-Aid, due to the shutdown of coronavirus. And, he was deciding let's do something creative, to kill time, and let's do something fun. So he thought of this idea of, everybody turned into Trump zombies, and so swallowing the Trump Kool-Aid and all that. So it was pretty fun. That was fun. It was a short little film.
You're stuck at home anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it was just right after.
Yeah, right after the instructions to stay home hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was several months back, so it was fun.
And then the next one, Buy Me a Taco. I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up.
Currently being filmed. It's almost done. I just need to regrow the beard. That's why I have the fuzziness. I'm regrowing the beard. I have to take pictures as a certain character, and then I'm going to shave the beard. I'm going to have to grow the mustache out to reshoot a certain scene. So then after that, it's done. It'll be done. Once I finish shooting that scene, it'll be done. Just got to wait for the stash to grow so I can shoot that scene, and that's it.
If you want a model after mine, that's fine.
Cool mustache, Steve.
Let me see. What was the one? Oh, Buy Me a Taco.
Yeah.
You also you have to reshoot some scenes. Now I did see some behind the scenes ish stuff like on Facebook, which was really cool. A lot of times I don't answer it. I just let you know. I rarely leave a comment.
Yeah.
I do read most of the posts, so I actually research it and all that. So I did like looking at a lot of the stuff that your brother's doing and you're doing, and I think also I could have swore that your brother also went. I don't know if he went to San Antonio. He's working on the music for it. We were going to cover more of your book. The Princess, a Fairy Tale, right here, and I'm going to be shooting some more videos so you guys can see a little bit more in depth. And what made you to become an author? You're of course into acting. That's I guess your primary thing, but there you go. We're gonna have a promo.
This story. I was very inspired by Lord of the Rings. Remember Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Yeah.
I was very inspired by Lord of the Rings, and even before Lord of the Rings, I always liked fairy tales that my mom would always read to us and tell us. But it was Lord of the Rings that really lit the fire. And so after that, I wanted to. I just felt like a deep passion to want to write something. Because I just love Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson did a great job with that, and I just decided I want to write my own Lord of the Rings fairy tale, my own fairy tale. So I just came up with this, and there's great adventure, and there's plenty. I pay tribute to Snow White and Rapunzel, and so yeah. So it was a lot of fun. So it took me like took about 3 years to write it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It took a while.
Yeah.
Development, all that.
Yeah. So.
And I'm going to mention a little bit of The Lord of the Rings because I remember reading that in high school. It was the most awesome book ever. I don't know if it was even popular back then. I think that was pre I can't remember. The first one was kind of like cartoon.
Yeah, it's old. I think even they wanted the Beatles to make the movie to play the Hobbits and all that. The Beatles, the band. So Lord of the Rings has been out there for a lot of years, but yeah, it was really epic, and back in 2001, 2002.
It's kind of funny. They shot the whole. Talking about that, they shot the whole film all at once. I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, since they're all there, and then they split it up into three. Yeah, three.
So, and in this story, it's takes place in Fairy Tale Spain. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So there's a deep Hispanic aspect to it. So that's very cool. So it's fun, great adventure.
And now I also know how long has that been out for?
It's been a while, right?
Well, no, this recently got published. It's been a few months. So.
So it's just been published.
Yeah, it's brand new. So.
So it's brand new. Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So.
And
I'm trying to think. I think you said you're looking into getting it republished.
Yes.
Some better, with some better artwork and some other things.
Yes. This company called me. They found out about it, and they said that they could do a much better job. So I decided to give them a chance, and I don't know if that puts me in any legal trouble or anything, but it's something that I'm gonna go ahead and pursue. I never planned to be Stephen King or Dean Koontz or Dan Brown. I know nothing of the business. I am ignorant. Nobody's guided me by the hand and told me what to do or helped me. I'm learning as I go along, step by step. So whatever happens. But from what I understand, once the new book, the republished book is done, they're going to put it on the market to sell, which means I have to contact the original publishers, tell them to take this off the market because the new one's out. So.
Okay, yeah, I don't really know how it works.
I don't know how it works either. I don't know how it works either. But you only live once, so I'm not gonna let financial problems hold me back. So I'm gonna do this. So see what happens.
Well,
let the chips fall where they may, like they say.
Yeah. Actually, I forgot. I think before that you wrote some fan fiction, or you wrote like you wrote some other book. You put it online.
Well, I've written 7 other stories, not published. I share them on Facebook. So
maybe that's why. And
yeah.
I think it even has a picture.
Yeah. So this is the only one of my stories. I think this is story number 8 that is actually published. So.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The other ones are.
We're reading the other ones.
Yeah, the other ones are not published. I just share them online on Facebook, and.
They're like short stories, I guess.
No, they're full-length features, full-length stories.
Oh.
So yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna see what happens, but people should order this before it, in case it goes off the market.
Sure, get on correct.
Yeah. So anyway. Whatever happens, I'm happy because no matter what happens, I am a published author, and I have every right to say that I'm a published author.
Yeah, even whatever happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
It's pretty cool.
I'm incriminating myself, aren't I? Oh boy.
Oh no! I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not a witness.
I know, right?
I'll put a black bar.
I know, right? You're an accessory to breach of contract, Steve.
Material witness or something.
Oh my goodness.
Also getting in some of your other stuff, and I see this a lot on Facebook as well. Of course, it fits into what you do with your acting as well, because you're, which is historical. I'm trying to think of the word. Historical figure. You kind of portray him in a lot of the part of history. I don't know what which is. Let me the guy's name, Bernardo de Galvez.
Yeah, Bernardo de Galvez. Yeah.
And so that's, I'm not saying the character, but his actual person.
Yeah, here's I got a few books in his. Yeah, this one's by Russell Roberts. It's a good book. It's back in 2004, kind of somewhat recent. This one is I think very recent. This one is 2018. This is by Gonzalo M. Quintero Saravia. So this is a good book to have.
So how did you actually get into all that? Like interested in him as historical figure?
Well, growing up, I've always loved the American Revolution. Here's another one by Frank de Verona.
Yeah.
I always liked the American Revolution. I've always been fascinated by the costume and everything, even before I heard about him. And but years later, when my director of theater, Manuel Castellanos, mentioned him, it really interested me. It really interested me, and I just did my research on him, and I became fascinated with the guy. So he was an amazing person, amazing hero. So that's awesome. And it's sad that he's not taught about in our American schools, and I hope that can change. I hope I can change that, so where he can be taught.
That'd be another interesting aspect.
Yeah.
Getting more.
Well, I'm not saying less known, but I mean, because it's such a wide swath. I mean, we hear Paul Revere. I mean, the same, which is fine. But sometimes there's other people. I think there was even a woman.
Yes, I think her name was Sybil Liddington.
Yeah.
She wrote out like Paul Revere. I think she did more rides than he did, and
Yeah.
so she deserves to be known as well, Sybil Liddington.
And so I know you dress out. We're going to probably get some shots of the costume. We're probably going to superimpose so everybody can see that as well. And I know you dress up as this historical figure.
Yeah.
And then in parades. And can you tell us some of that?
Yeah, we did I've always been doing parades in Corpus Christi, representing Bernardo de Galvez, or Bernie, as I call him. And so last year was fun. For the first time ever, I hired an actress to portray my wife, or rather portray Bernie's wife, Paige Steakley, great actress, and she portrayed Marie Felice de Saint Maxent, which was Bernie's wife, beautiful French Louisiana beauty. So that was nice for the first time, because all through the years I was always in the parades as Bernardo by myself, which is fine. He's the primary person. In case Paige didn't make it, well, we would have to just go along with me. But I'm glad she did make it. So it was fun to have. It was an extra treat to have her, with me in the parade. So so it was fun waving at everybody, and while we're riding in the back of the truck. So that was cool. That was fun. That was last year, and of course, because of COVID and everything, we couldn't do it this year. But I hope next year we can try again.
And now another interesting aspect is kind of the costume itself, because I was talking to you about earlier, like it was all handmade, and to give me the idea behind the history of that as well, because
well, this lady, she I forgot her name. I think her name was Miss Torres. She makes the costumes for this reenactment group that I'm with, and from San Antonio. And my director, he researched the details, and according to paintings and stuff, and so Ms. Torres was able to hand make the costume. So that was great. And once I have some funds again, I want to get another coat made, just because it's always good to have two. Yeah.
So a backup.
Yeah, definitely.
in case you're going to go somewhere. And now I think you said you have one plan for the future. You might go out in, let me see, North Carolina perhaps?
Yeah, probably. I'm still waiting on confirmation for that. I don't know what's going to happen, but I was invited by some American Revolution group. They wanted me to come speak about Bernardo Galvez and the Spanish contributions of the American Revolution. So I hope that goes well. But I'm not sure yet.
It'd be kind of awesome doing like, no, I'm thinking actually the Civil War reenactments, not the Revolution. I don't know if they got like Revolutionary War enactments, really.
They do. I just don't know where, but they have them everywhere. My group, the Granaderos, they do, where they fire the muskets and everything. So, yeah, that's been fun. But COVID has shut everything down, so we've got to wait till further notice when we can do things like that again.
Sure. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish up. Michael Christian, and anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, buy my book. You can order it online.
For your next.
Yeah, you can order it online on Amazon. Real quick, let me just real quick look up the number. I've forgotten it already. There's a 1-800 number you can call that's still active so far. Just a second. You can call 1-800-788-7654. That's 1-800-788-7654, or go to www.dorrancebookstore.com. www.dorrancebookstore.com, and order your copy of The Princess, a Fairy Tale.
Makes a good gift.
Yes.
This Christmas coming up.
Yeah, it would make a great gift. So, yep.
Bye. And it's a wrap.
Okay.
Cut.